Future State Teen Titans issue 2, Tim Sheridan writing with Rafa Sandoval on the art. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse and Teen Titans. Just obviously Famine is Wally West because that was established in the Future State flashback.
Oh yeah, and you had to read that.
I did have to read that, yes.
Confession, I didn't read this one. After I thought the first was all right. I was probably going to check this out, and then I saw the news from the solicits that I'm not going to be, I was like, I'm not going to be reading Teen Titans Academy anymore. And then I saw, I looked at the first couple of pages of this, and I was just like, no, I don't want to.
It wasn't that good.
No, I am more hopeful, I think, than either two of you. Right? I'm not happy that it's crossing over Suicide Squad, but that's as long as it's not more of this Four Horsemen stuff. I think I'll be okay through a little bit, because as it started, it was fine. Like a lot of the hinting of what was going on and why Dick's wearing that costume.
For the record, but I'm still going to try issue 1. Like I'm not trying.
Yeah, but like I understand the impulse of being like, I don't want to touch it at all. But at the same time, I do like that this is a different take on the Titans, and we did try the Robin Titans book for 2 issues, so I gotta at least give it that. However, I never want to hear the Four Horsemen stuff again. And like, I think I was more positive on the Shazam issue than you guys were, just by a little bit.
A little bit, maybe. Yeah.
This wiped that all out, and I don't even want to touch issue 2, just because of how this one ends. I'm just like, This feels like, how we talk about the Gotham stuff kind of feels contained, but we like that. This feels like they've done Flash and Teen Titans and now all that, and they're contained in thing, but I don't like that. Like I want to.
Yeah. I was giggling. I was giggling like a madman there because I was about to bring up my first point. I wanted to mention it was on the first page, and it was to do with Dick Stroke. And then as soon as I thought that, you immediately said, "I get the impulse not to want to touch it at all." And I just.
I'm really glad you told us what you love it, because I was like, what did Matt read that I didn't?
Yeah.
What did Matt say that I didn't pick up on?
That's funny.
It was nothing. It was just because of you.
Well, and that's in the spirit of that character. That's Cybeast saying that, right? So Beast Boy.
Well, I felt attacked. Because the writer went out of their way here. Tim Sheridan went out of their way to have, because Starfire calls him Deathwing, and I thought to myself, oh, that's the safe, combination of names. And then Beast Boy says, "Ha, I would have gone with Dick." And then Cyborg jumps in before he can finish, says, "Grow up, man." I'm like, how dare you? I feel attacked. I'm still calling him Dick Stroke.
I think the reality is everyone's going to still call him Dick Stroke, and they know it.
Yes, the writers try to cock block us right now, and I'm not having it. It's Dick Stroke.
Okay.
Is that the best part of this issue then?
Pretty much is.
Yeah. So Red X, right? It's meant to be Miguel, right? That's what I was getting from this.
Oh, I don't know.
From Dial H.
From Dial H,
because when Miguel comes up, well, one of the problems I have with this issue, before we even get to the specifics, is that it jumps around the timeline far too goddamn much. There's present day, before, and then now, and then and like it wasn't always this clear kind of like the order of events. I thought it was just bouncing around too much. Basically, some point in the past, the Teen Titans, the newer members, tried to use the Dial H to contact the dead members of the Teen Titans against Miguel's wishes, and then that seemed to maybe kill Miguel? Is that what happened to you, Matt? Is that what you got from this?
It sounds
I took it as that it did something to him, that he was no longer Miguel as we know him, as that happy-go-lucky kid you guys read in Dial H, right? And so whatever happened, it also had to deal with unleashing the Four Horsemen, and so that's why and Red X had something to do with that. And then so by the end, they find out that they have to use the H dial to summon the heroes, and you get Red X without his mask, and it's feeling like it's Miguel. Maybe
right. It felt like it should have made that clear, I think, but a lot of them...
I don't know if that's because the whole Red X thing, right, has to do with
I don't.
What's going to happen in Titans Academy.
I get why you're saying that, but nothing in this issue when they're teasing who Red X is, based on the conversations with Dick about the past and about how he had to go hunt down Red X and bring him in. and now he's letting Red X out because he can finally help with this. None of that to me even was hinting at Miguel. It felt like it was maybe more likely to be. I don't think it was actually Jason, but it felt like one more like Jason or something like that.
Well, and that's why I feel like,
or hell, even like Raptor feels like it might fit the bill. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a mess. And then they, so they get all the dead Titans, which there's a lot. Like,
yes,
that show up.
You're not making me regret skipping this.
No, and so they end up the Horsemen. One of them can basically jump or get a hold of the different Titans. So it's jumping from them, and they're fighting their teammates until Raven can do her magic, and she says her words, and she ends up tethering them to Shazam. And then so now Shazam is going to go and have to stand guard. And it says, for more of that, see Shazam. And it's like, no, man, this is a mess. So
yeah, I really hope this is hindered by having to tie into 2 other books in Future State, and it's only got 2 issues to do all this complex stuff. But so I'll try issue 1 of Teen Titans Academy. But if I don't feel a significant improvement, then I am jettisoning out of there.
To borrow a phrase from one of the other shows, podcasts I listen to, it's not good, guys.
That doesn't feel like a phrase that you have to borrow. That feels like a normal phrase.
No, but
yeah,
certain listeners will pick up on it.
What is that from? That uses it that is iconic.
It's from a political. It's from Pod Save America.
Oh, okay.
Anytime they talk about something that is clearly not good, one of the hosts will go, "Yeah, not good, John." So I guess it's like a no-brainer thing, and like this it's not good, and it sucks because I wanted to like this. I like the concept of the Titans running a academy for young heroes, but if it's going to be more of this tone, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's overstuffed. I don't think they have revealed who Red X is. I think Red X, the reveal of that, is going to be in Academy, because part of me thought they were going to reveal at the end of the issue because they were teasing it so heavily, but I really don't think they did. But I mean, yeah.
Who knows?
It never even occurred to me it was Miguel. So when Matt said, they're saying it's Miguel, right? I'm like, what?
That's how I took it, because you look at some of the art with his face kind of showing, but not. And there's a lot of talk of the Dial H dial. And so I'm wondering if Red X is one of his forms, like, because isn't there an opposite dial too?
There is. I mean, yeah, maybe it's one of his forms. That would make some sense, because the reason why I was going to argue against it is that he's still a kid, even though it's still like, Brat Girl and stuff like that. It's still the newer members. Why is he still a kid if he's Red X? He seems to have been an adult for a long time, unless he's just permanently transitioned into a Dial H character.
Right. And
which
that would really undermine a lot of that book.
It would, but I mean, undermining doesn't seem to be a problem right now.
Because that was like the whole big point of the ending of that book, which fantastic book for anyone who didn't read it, was that he got caught up in the idea of being a hero full time, and had to learn to be himself. And that was a big part of the message of that.
Yeah, again, I don't think it is him though. So I don't think it is.
No, that's
really
fair. I'm just saying if it is, if Matt is somehow correct, although Matt has been very wrong before. Let's be honest.
Oh, I'm always wrong.
Don't get me wrong. This is not. This is an evil Superman, but it's actually just a parasite. This is not that debate.
Or the one where he thought Connor Kent was dead.
Oh, that one, yeah. That was just a straight up factually wrong.
Yeah, well, excuse me for looking at what Bendis was doing at the time.
So was I, which is why I knew it was wrong.
Right. So, anyway.
Oh dear. After nothing else, it was an entertaining conversation. But I mean, I know you were maybe not entertained, but I was very entertained by that conversation.
No, that's fine.
It's the most I ever enjoyed the Bendis run.
It's whatever.
Yeah, this is just kind of a mess. I mean, the first one was a little messy, even though there's things I liked about it. This one was just a mess, and I had nothing really to get from it or enjoy from it. So, what are you giving it, Matt?
This is a 5.5.
Yeah, I was leaning to like a 4. So 4 out of 10 from me.
That is a 4 on the Matt scale, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just true.